Hello everyone, so in the PSO2 NGS headline, we were teased a brand new, or rather updated version of Leciel Exploration. While we can't say for certain if this replaces the current one, this new version of Leciel Exploration features completely different gameplay while keeping the core concepts of Leciel. I figured I'd go over what we know from the video as well as give my thoughts on it and potentially why this direction was taken with Leciel. So first off, what we do know is that this removes a pick your own map that the current Leciel Exploration uses. By that I mean you won't be going to individual squares to obtain buffs anymore. This means that it is now a straight shot to the finish line now. So what does this mean for buffs? Well, buffs, instead of being associated to certain rooms and randomized each day, now presumably let you choose from a selection of 3 buffs of your own choice. This means that you decide what buffs to use as you progress. From the looks of it, these buffs are individualized, so the buff you choose only affects yourself. Though this also remains to be seen because we only have a video. If I were to take a guess why this direction was taken, I would say it probably has something to do with players ignoring buffs on any given day, like using Mars on a Photon Blast day or not throwing throwable items on Meteor Day. I assume the logic is here, by choosing your own buffs, you have to see the buffs and you have to pick the buff before moving on. There's also a chance that the buffs we select from don't majorly impact the run like current Leciel does, so I imagine this update is to make Leciel foolproof for the lowest common denominator, instead of the current rendition where players not taking advantage of buffs can cause everyone to lose out on loot. A removal of dependency of players following instructions, if you would. Though, that is just my guess, and I could just be coping. Who knows? For all I know, it's going to be more of the same, just easier. With the overall basics of what Leciel will become now covered, there is one key feature of this new Leciel that hasn't yet been mentioned. This would be invaders. Invaders, from the looks of the video we were given, are bosses that can invade the quest. This is pretty neat, I guess, considering I suppose it's a way to mix things up a bit so you get a boss spawn to interrupt whatever you're doing. I mean, it's kind of not that much more different from the Gigantics that would spawn, but whatever. It will be interesting to see if invading enemies actually serve a purpose, so who knows, maybe I'll be wrong. Generally speaking, I think that while most of the random elements of Leciel are being taken out for a more presumably straightforward approach, this is a lot better, because I personally prefer content that has go from point A to point B, and old Leciel kind of just has you running everywhere instead of towards one objective, so I like this style of content much more. It's also got Ruining Masquerader as a boss that can appear, so that's pretty cool. Thankfully, it is an evil spite mask, which would actually be pretty funny come to think of it. So yeah, that's really all there is to talk about of this updated new Leciel at the moment. It's pretty cool, but I wonder what will be grinding next month in Leciel to warrant this update. That being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. You know, wouldn't it be pretty funny if Sega went through all the trouble of updating Leciel and there weren't any changes to Leciel's loot? That would be pretty painful.